Congress's Sonia Gandhi has written an op-ed in the Telegraph taking on the centre on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti. Sonia has written, and I quote, "As we honour Baba Saheb's legacy today, we must remember his prescient warning that the success of the Constitution depends on the conduct of the people entrusted with the duty to govern. Today, the regime in power is misusing and subverting the institutions of the Constitution and weakening its foundations of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. Liberty is threatened by misusing the law to harass people rather than to protect their rights. Equality is assaulted by favored treatment to chosen friends in every sphere, even as the vast majority of Indians suffer economically. Real anti-nationals are those who are dividing the people, constitution, and institutions being subverted. The judiciary is also being pressurized." Now, remember, today is Ambedkar Jayanti. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who is popularly known as Baba Saheb Ambedkar, was one of the most prominent leaders who fought for social justice his entire life. He was an eminent jurist, politician, philosopher, anthropologist, historian, and economist. He was also the architect of the Indian Constitution. Now, on the occasion, Sonia Gandhi has written a scathing attack on the centre. Beyond this, every year, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary is celebrated on April 14th in order to commemorate his contributions to nation building. He fought against caste discrimination and advocated for equal rights for Dalits and other marginalized sections of society. Now, he was Dalit by birth, and he became involved in a lifelong campaign for equality after witnessing his community's exploitation and discrimination ever since he had been a child. Now, his vision for a just and discrimination-free society has significantly changed and shaped India's socio-political discourse after independence. We're crossing over to CNN News 18's senior editor Pallavi Ghosh for more on this. Pallavi, could you give us a little more context on what Sonia has said?
So essentially what Sonia Gandhi in her column has used Ambedkar Jayanti, who, as you pointed out, is a crusader for the rights of the people, to actually hit out at the BJP and the central government. She made two to three key points, and one of them, of course, is that how whatever protection which was given to the citizens of a country in the Constitution, all of that has been compromised, all of that has been subverted. She also hits back at the BJP for saying that, you know, the anti-nationals, the real anti-nationals are the one who are denying the right of the people on the basis of the caste, creed and religion that they belong to. She says that also because it's the Congress and the opposition which is often called as anti-national. And finally, and I would say a very important point she made is that even judiciary is under pressure. We know her son, former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, is fighting a legal battle. And the Congress has been insinuating that first, a court case against him or his conviction is arbitrary. And in fact, the action which followed after that, which is his eviction from his home, plus his disqualification from parliament, is also a subversion of justice and subversion of laws. So it's a very interesting build-up. After every few days, we are seeing Sonia Gandhi now almost taking charge and hitting back at the BJP and at the central government.
Now, beyond this, one of the statements that Sonia Gandhi has made is that equality is assaulted by favored treatment to chosen friends in every sphere, even as the vast majority of Indians suffer economically. What specifically is she referring to here?
As we all know, I mean, when she talks about her specific friends, of course, it's a veiled reference to the Adanis. In her previous column too, she had not specifically mentioned the Adanis by name. But again, by inference, she had made the point that it was a certain amount of people who gets all the benefits of power. Now, Rahul Gandhi's main campaign and crusade has been to what he calls exposing the nexus between the central government, the Prime Minister, and the Adanis. She makes a reference to that they are just a chosen few who are getting all the benefits of power. And this is also something which needs to be fought against.
All right, Pallavi, please do stay with us. Thank you for that information. We're being joined by Mr. R.P. Singh of the BJP on the phone line. Mr. R.P. Singh, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. What we're breaking right now is Sonia Gandhi's op-ed in the Telegraph, where she, on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti, she has hit out at the centre. One of the statements that she has made in this op-ed is that today the regime in power is misusing and subverting the institutions of the Constitution and weakening its foundations of liberty, equality, fraternity and justice. What do you have to say in response to this op-ed?
The party who did this for almost 6 years is talking about Constitution today, who subverted the Constitution, when they were in power, whether it was emergency, whether it was the postal bill by Rajiv Gandhi, or whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi tearing ordinance outside the parliament passed by the parliament. So this shows how Congress behaved during their regime. But now, since the things are not happening their way, that's why the problem is the dynasty has always my way or highway. So that's the problem with the Congress today, because the courts are not giving decision as per them, because courts are holding them guilty, and they are out on bail in matters. Also, that member, and then he has got a sentence of 2 years now. So since the court decisions are not as per them, that's why they are questioning the courts. Secondly, they don't believe in parliamentary democracy. The sort of ruckus they create in parliament, they make parliament as a jantar mantar. This also clearly shows that they don't have any faith in parliament. The way they raise question on the election commission, every time they talk about EVM, they win elections through that EVM, and then they start raising questions that EVM. This so that they don't have faith in the institution of election commission also. And lastly, but not the least, but they keep questioning the Indian Army generals also. They keep racking up issue of Arunachal or Ladakh, in spite of the fact generals on record saying that not an inch of land has been occupied by the any other country. So because things are not happening their way, and then deeply involved in corruption, so they keep breaking this issue of democracy, and that institutions are not working as per their mandate, as they want it to function.
All right. Now, Mr. R.P. Singh, what do you think about the decision of Sonia Gandhi to essentially lash out at the centre on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti?
Just another, just a way to highlight their problem. The problem is with the party. The problem is that the party is not able to come out of the dynastic freedom, and that's why they keep breaking up with the issue. They picked up Ambedkar Jayanti as a date, and then they never believe in Ambedkar themselves. I mean, they never, when Ambedkar ji contested election, they pitched their candidates, and then they never gave Bharat Ratna to Ambedkar ji. So they have least faith in Ambedkar ji as a person and as an institution also. But the issue is that do they have faith in democracy? If they have faith in democracy, then they have to believe in courts. If they have faith in democracy, they have to believe in parliamentary functioning. And then if they believe in democracy, then they have to believe in election push. The election process was okay. As I said, they have none, and since things are not happening their way, because till remember Mr. Rahul Gandhi tore the ordinance which was passed by the parliament, which passed by the cabinet, but he tore the ordinance outside the parliament. So this clearly shows that since they think they are above the parliament, they are above the law, they are above the institutions. So that's the problem to facing, and things are not happening. Obviously, today WCA has moved ahead, and then things are not. It's very clear. Prime Minister's category corruption and dynasties. They can't in this country, and then they have to weed it out of this country for the healthy democracy, and that's the problem they have. And